Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. Merciless Vaughn here, back with another Bleach vs video, and in this one we're going to be talking about whether you should summon or skip the new end of year banner that will be coming out in less than 24 hours. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like. If you're new to the channel or you have been here for a while, please consider subscribing and help me get to 500 subscribers. I am making my way there. Now with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. So like I mentioned, this banner will be releasing in less than 24 hours, and we will be getting a new full bring Ichigo, a new Askin, and a new Bankai Shinjimaru here. I don't know why Askin's here, he's just kind of out of place, but you know, he's here anyways. So overall, I'd say the best unit in this banner is probably the Ichigo here. He just has a lot here in his kit. You can see his EX move is the massive spiritual pressure boost. It's just like the 9th anniversary Kenpachi, to where he can get over 100% spiritual pressure boost. And he does have the spiritual pressure boost 80% here in this kit, so that with his EX move for 10 seconds you'll have 180% spiritual pressure boost, which is good. He has the enemies defeated gimmick here. You know, he gets an increased 20% melee damage. He increases the team and party strong attack damage by 15%. He gets a 60% devastation and another special move when he defeats 80 enemies. And besides all of that, he does have some pretty high stats here. Berserker devastation is at 60%. And he does have weakened defense, so his soul bomb will hit extremely hard, and he does have frenzy +3. And then he also does have the new, what was it called? Superior Strong Attack SA2 here. Let's see if we scroll down here, see if we can find a description of it really quickly. Yeah, the Superior Strong Attack right here. Superior Strong Attacks deal more damage than regular Strong Attacks, but have a longer cooldown time. The appearance of the Superior Strong Attack buttons are different from those of regular Strong Attacks. Like I mentioned before in the previous video, yeah, it's just basically spikes around his SA2. That's how you can tell when a strong attack is going to be superior or not. And if you saw the gameplay of the new unit, the cooldown isn't that bad. Actually, I think it was only like 8 seconds or 9 seconds, something like that. But it's not that bad at all. It's not. Oh, he also does have the Quincy Killer Plus skill. You know, Quincy Killer Plus, or any Killer Plus skill is just good as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Ichigo. He's immune to all status elements, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, that's it. I do think he's the best unit. Shinjimaru here, she is a excuse me, I was about to say Brave Battles, but she's a Guild Quest unit here. She has the, oh wait, did I forget to mention, I think all the units here will have the new status element plus, what would you call them, attacks, or no, just status elements, I guess. Yeah, well, let's just go ahead and scroll back down here very quickly. This is all over the place, I apologize. Status elements with a plus are more powerful and last longer than regular status elements. The new plus type status elements can be inflicted on a character who is already affected with other status elements. A combination of up to 4 regular status elements and plus type status elements of different kinds can be inflicted on an enemy. If 2 status elements of the same type are used against an enemy, they will be afflicted with the more powerful of the 2. So for example, using an attack with weaken plus against an enemy all afflicted with weaken will result in weaken plus replacing the weaken. However, using an attack with weaken against an enemy afflicted with weaken plus will not result in weaken plus being replaced. Let me see, a character afflicted by more than one status element will suffer the effects of all, but if both confusion and domination are inflicted on an enemy, only the effects of dominate will be applied. Status element resistances are only half as effective against plus status types elements, so to be completely resistant to them, characters need a resistance of 200%. For example, if a character with paralysis 100 is inflicted with paralysis plus, only 50% of their resistance will be effective. This means the length of time they are affected by paralysis will be halved rather than completely nullified. Okay, interesting. And there's just more information on the status element plus right there. But yeah, that's something else that these characters are introducing as well, I think. I'm pretty sure Ichigo has a weaken plus. I'm pretty sure Askin has poison plus too, but anyways, back to the Shinjimaru. She has 2 soul traits, strong attack, recharge time, -12%, damage inflicted at full stem 20%, Her EX move, she launches a wide range attack around herself, then boosts allies and debuffs enemies for 15 seconds. And then all EX move will have a 60 second cooldown. She has the Captain Killer Plus, and like I mentioned, she is a Guild Quest unit. As you can see here, she gets Frenzy plus 3 in Guild Quests, and outside of it, she gets Frenzy plus 2. She's going to be most effective in Guild Quests. Me personally, I don't like this. You're restricting skills only inside Guild Quests. I mean, the increased killer and increased melee damage in Guild Quests, that has always been there, but you're losing an extra frenzy outside of Guild Quests that I really don't like. But she'll still be pretty decent outside of it, but she'll be most effective in Guild Quests, obviously. And then the Askin here, yeah, he does have Poison Plus. Okay, so cool. He's a Brave Battle unit here, as you can see here, Brave Battle only, Persistence, he has that. He has the Stern Ritter Killer and Soul Reaper Killer. His SA2 is a boost, and his strongest factor is a wide range trap. Oh yeah, all of his attacks except his SA2 has a boost. He's a ranged NAD unit, which is pretty good. Let's see here, Soul Trade's damage taken minus 21%, Flurry plus 3, Enhancer, Booster, and then all the typical Brave Battle skills that any Brave Battle unit would have. And then so, yeah, that's pretty much it. We went over the Superior Strong Attacks and Status Element Plus. And as for the banner itself, this banner is very, very bad. I'm surprised it is this bad for an end of year banner. But we are going to go ahead and take a look at some of the featured characters here. And yeah, obviously we have the 3 new units, then we have a couple of few newer 1000 Year Blood War units, and we have this guy who's old but still pretty decent, then everybody else after that is just pretty much fodder. Alright, so the first featured unit we have is the 1000 Year Blood War Rangeku, who is a Technique Ranker Killer unit with a soul trait of strong attack, damage inflicted at full stem 40%. Range unit, lacerate on all of her attacks, her soul bomb has freeze and lacerate. Enemies defeated gimmick, she just gets some more full stamina bonus abilities. She's immune to the fire status element. She recovers stamina in between stages, which will help her out, you know, just keep her full stamina up if you don't take too much damage. Devastation 40%, reduce strong attack cooldown 12%, Havoc Frenzy plus 2, Defibrillator plus 5 seconds, team/party increase, technique attributes or damage to status element affected enemies 40%. Weaken defense, long strike, guard break, plus hitting enemies, and the status element spiritual pressure boost. Yeah, just a pretty strong unit that will, you know, just benefit a lot from being at full stem. So try not to take too many hits if you are using this unit, but if you do have that 20% stamina recovery. Up next, we have the 1000 Year Blood War Toshiro, who is a power captain killer unit with a normal attack damage inflicted at full stem plus 40% soul traits. Melee unit, frost on all of his attacks except his SA2. His SA2 has a boost. He has a 50% chance to dodge soul attacks. He has a bruiser of 50%. He is immune to the prowess status element. He gets flurry plus 2 in Guild Quest, so he is obviously a Guild Quest unit. Long reach, increase in damage in Guild Quest. Skills, enhancer, poise, star barrier plus 15, booster, increased killer effect in Guild Quest. So yeah, this Toshiro is just basically a Guild Quest unit. Yeah, someone that you can use for melee Captain Week if you don't have a melee NAD unit for that particular Guild Quest. Here we have the one who will stand at the top, the 1000 Year Blood War Eisen from the 7th anniversary. Technique, a ranker killer unit with a soul trait of normal attack damage plus 20%. He's a ranged unit with weakening on all of his attacks except his SA2. His SA2 has a barrier and a boost. He also does have a gauge effect, which will give him 100% bruiser and decrease damage taken 50%. He's immune to the fire status element, and he also reads all affiliation dodges. When he activates his gauge, he will get a 30% strong attack reduction, bruiser 60%, flurry is only at +1, defibrillator +5, increased status element chance to get speed attribute enemies. Enhancer, poise, smoke barrier +2, guard break plus hit enemies, and a status element attack boost. Fun fact, there are only 2 characters in the game that have this skill right here. This Eisen, and I believe it's the Cacao Society Okura. So yeah, you don't see these type of NAD units often because they just don't like making them. I honestly think, in my opinion, ranged NAD units are better than like SP units, just because NAD normal attack damaging units obviously get more stats with the golden Chappie and Chappie, and you know, just pair that up alongside this, they're just really good. Yeah, there's that. The next few units we will be taking a look at all have their resurrections because they are just extremely old and no good. So first we have Grimmy here, who already has a newer version of him, a 9th anniversary version of him actually. He's a ranker killer unit with strong attack recharge time minus 12% and strong attack damage inflicted at full stam 20%. Ranged unit, he has burn on his NAD, SA1, 2, and his soul bomb. His soul bomb also has a revive mechanic, but he has lacerate on his SA2. Innate skills, sprinter, guard break, 20% bruiser, 30% berserker, devastation 40%. He's immune to all status elements, havoc 20%, frenzy +1, defibrillator +2 seconds, status of a spiritual pressure boost 50%, and team/party increase my attribute Quincy damage status of unaffected enemies 30%. Yeah, there's a 9th anniversary version of this character, so you really wouldn't need to use this character for any reason, unless it's like, I don't know, maybe Psychomon or something like that, but yeah, he's just old. Alright, so up next we have the Bombietta. There's like 3 newer versions of this unit now, I'm sure, but anyway, she's a speed Soul Reaper killer unit with 2 soul traits, strong attack recharge time minus 12%, strong attack damage inflicted at full stam 20%. Range unit, fire on all of her attacks, innate skills, damage to burning enemies 30%, team/party stamina recovery 20%. Bruiser 20%, berserker 30%, devastation 40%, full stamina only increase strong attack damage 50%. Havoc 20%, frenzy +1, defibrillator +2 seconds, increase add summon chance against power attributes, soul reapers, and sprinter. Yeah, these next few units are just going to be basically units that you will pick up for, like, I guess orbs if you don't have them, or you can just resurrect them to get, what was it, 200 orbs. So yeah, there's that. Alright, the next featured unit is this Orihime, who is a power hollow killer unit with soul traits of strong attack recharge time minus 12%, strong attack damage inflicted at full stam 20%. Range unit, no status element, she has a heal and a barrier on her SA2. Innate skill, havoc, bruiser, berserker are at 20%, devastation 40%. Frenzy +1, weaken defense, sprinter +1, bolts barrier +2, healer, and the medic skill. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this Orihime. Next is this Oetsu, who is a technique Soul Reaper killer unit with soul traits of strong attack recharge time minus 4%, damage taken minus 12%. Melee unit, no status elements on his attack. He has a boost on his SA2 and a chance to insta-kill on his soul bomb. Innate skill, weaken resistance 100%. Bruiser 80%, berserker 50%, devastation 40%. He's immune to the paralysis status element, flurry +1, enhancer, sprinter +1, poise, and guard break. And that's all for him. Up next we have the character that still does not have an anniversary version, that I think should have one. Rukia. She is a speed ranker killer unit with soul traits of strong attack damage plus 20%, damage inflicted at full stam 16%. Melee unit, frost on all of her attacks. Berserker 30%, or excuse me, bruiser 30%, berserker 20%, devastation 50%. She's immune to the freeze status element, long reach, havoc, frenzy +1, defibrillator +5 seconds, sprinter +1. And yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll get an anniversary unit probably for the 10th anniversary. If not, oh man, that's gonna be insane. Last but not least, we have this Yachiru here, who is a heart captain killer with soul traits, damage taken minus 16%, normal attack damage plus 16%. Melee unit, no status element. She has a heal and on her SA2 and her soul bomb, and her soul bomb also has a chance to insta-kill. Bruiser 16%, berserker 40%. Let's see, half stamina only increase, normal attack damage plus 30%. Ignore brave battle invincibility, long reach, flurry, sprinter, poise, and medic. And yeah, that's pretty much it for all the featured units in this banner. Alright, so yeah, we went over the 3 new units a bit more in details. We talked about the new gimmicks that they will be introducing, and we also went over the featured units. Now, should you summon or skip this banner? Honestly, if this was any other banner, this would be a skip, because this banner is just insanely bad. I mean, it really falls off. And if I'm being generous, after Aizen, he's old, he's showing his age, but you know, so you can say he's not kind of good, but he's a ranged nat unit with like status and attack boost, so he'll have great longevity. But just him, and then everybody else after that is just pretty much fodder, really. If you don't have them, they're just practically orbs for you to get back. But besides the banner itself, all 3 units are good. The Ichigo is definitely going to be great. And then the Shinjimaru and Ekin are going to be great for, you know, what they were made for. They're introducing the status element plus, which is pretty cool. And then the Ichigo is introducing a new type of strong attack with the superior strong attack. So yeah, he'll definitely be great. But other than that, yeah, so if you're really summoning on the banner, it's these 3 new units, or kind of a bust, really. I mean, I'm being a little bit biased because Aizen's right here and Toshiro's here. Those are my favorite characters, but other than that, yeah, you're not really getting much bang for your buck if you don't pull these units. And you do have to go in pretty deep just to get a guaranteed new unit. So it's kind of hard to say to summon, really. But games are meant to be played to have fun. If summoning on the banner will make you happy and you'll have fun doing it, then by all means do it. If any of those characters are your favorite from the Bleach series and you would like to have them in game, by all means go ahead and summon. They are your orbs. You do whatever you want with them. And so that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. As usual, until next time.